Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're doing something a little different.
We are. We're attempting what you might call a technical heist.
I like that. We're going to learn event storming, which is this incredibly fast way to reverse engineer a complex system by using a fairy tale.
That's right. We've distilled the core ideas from event storming fundamentals, the Cinderella method,
And our mission for this deep dive is pretty straightforward.
to steal the source code of complex business processes, basically, by just reframing them as a simple story.
Okay, so let's unpack this immediately. When we talk about event storming, what are we actually storming?
Good question.
I mean, how is an event any different from just, a simple timestamp you log in a database somewhere?
And then
Yeah.
that is the critical distinction right there. We are storming moments of consequence.
Consequence. Okay.
Yeah. Think about the Cinderella story.
Yeah.
We aren't focusing on how many ingredients went into the pumpkin carriage.
Right, the implementation details.
Exactly. We focus on the key narrative shifts, the moments where something important happened that fundamentally changed the state of the system.
Okay, so give us the orange sticky note version of Cinderella. What are the key events?
Simple. The fairy godmother appears. That's a huge state change.
Right. Everything is different after that.
The clock strikes midnight. That's a critical time-based event. And then she loses her slipper. That's the necessary outcome of the process that came right before it.
So the focus is entirely on those shifts, the things that happened in the past tense.
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
deliberately ignoring all the technical details for now. They just get in the way.
So let's say a team understands these core events. What's the first step in the actual process? I heard you're supposed to write things down privately first.
You are, yeah.
That seems a little counterintuitive. I mean, aren't we supposed to be collaborating from the get-go?
It is collaboration, but you have to get the individual domain knowledge out on the table first. So the process mandates that each team member works alone, just for a few minutes, writing down their own list of events that they believe happened.
I see. So you're trying to prevent groupthink.
You got it. It ensures you capture those critical moments that maybe only one person in the room actually knows about.
And then comes the big reveal.
Then comes the big reveal. Everyone brings their notes together, and they place them on this massive shared timeline.
So you're telling me this entire sophisticated process really just boils down to making a group of adults argue about orange sticky notes.
That friction is exactly where the magic of collaboration happens.
Okay.
By forcing those individual views onto a shared reality, you instantly reveal all the duplicates, the missing steps, and this is the most important part, the differences in understanding about the order of events.
You're immediately confronting the gaps in your domain knowledge.
Yes. That friction is a rapid shortcut to alignment. You skip weeks of those painful modeling meetings and go straight to solving the real disagreements about how the system actually behaves.
And by adjusting and discussing, the team learns how to build that complete shared story together.
Precisely. That is how event storming models these incredibly complex domains so quickly.
This all works beautifully for a fairy tale, but what does this mean for our listeners' daily work? What's the relevance for, actual business scenarios?
Oh, the conceptual knowledge is directly transferable.
So it's not about memorizing Cinderella's timeline.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Once you've internalized that focus on a clear time-based narrative, you can apply it to your own scenarios.
Like mapping customer onboarding or...
Or complex supply chain logistics, anything.
Yeah.
The narrative-first approach just ensures everyone agrees on the sequence of actions and their consequences.
Yeah.
The method itself, that focus on what happened, that's the key takeaway.
So event storming is really the fastest path to a shared, high-fidelity business model.
It is.
You're essentially replacing weeks of vague documentation with, an afternoon of structured storytelling?
Absolutely. And if we connect this back to the bigger picture for a moment.
Let's do it. Leave our listener with one final thought.
Okay. So event storming helps identify those critical story elements. So if your business process is a narrative, what crucial, time-sensitive midnight event might you be missing? Something that's not in your documentation right now.
And what's the loss that might result?
Exactly. What's that glass slipper of critical data, or maybe even customer faith, that you might lose if that one event isn't properly documented and, more importantly, acted upon?
That's what you need to go discover.
That's the mission.